you guys have to explore more to get you more in your spots when you will pull up over the smaller defender?
For sure, there's a variety of ways to attack any defense, any coverage. And I think the trick is keeping them off balance and sprinkling a good amount of everything in there. Try not to be predictable, especially when you play them 6-7 times in a row. Try to keep them off balance as best as possible. I think we had a good mix of it for them.
Tim McMahon, ESPN, it seemed like every touch was tough for you for the first 3.5 quarters. You get to 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, you guys are trailing, seasons on the line. What opened up, what allowed you to finish the way that you did?
I just tried to be aggressive. Like you said, I knew what it would have looked like if we lost tonight. And I didn't want to go out not swinging. I didn't want to go out not doing everything I could do in my power and my control to try to win the game. The guys deserve that much from me. The coaching staff deserve that much from me. And I just tried to be aggressive, but also just let the game come to me, not try to force anything too crazy. And I guess it paid off.
That great.
Shai, I was asking Coach Dagnall about just your demeanor out in games, especially when you said you knew what this game meant, how much was on the line here. But he says, you never know based on how you look, your face. You could be having dinner on a Wednesday. What is it about? What is it inside you that your expression never changes? Your demeanor doesn't change much, even in these moments.
Yeah, I think I just try to get lost in competing, lost in trying to figure out what I can do to help this basketball team win on any given possession. Yeah, that's what I try to get wrapped up in. It's what I try to completely focus on. Now it's a little bit tough at times, given the situation and what's at stake, but that's what I try to wrap my head around for the most part.
First row.
Hey, Shai, Joel Lorenzi with the Oklahoma. You guys hadn't won a fourth quarter until tonight. What have you sort of learned over the course of the series to be able to withstand the quarter and I guess second part? Gainbridge was just saying that as you guys spilled off the court, there was a sense of relief. Did you sort of feel that, and what was behind that?
Yeah, winning any quarter for us looks like us getting stops. That's first and foremost. We do that, we give ourselves a chance to score easier baskets, play faster. But when we don't, it's harder. Just naturally, it's hard to take the ball out. Their defense gets set, and then try to score over set defense. And if you're playing this late in the season, you have a pretty good set defense, so it's going to be hard if you don't get stops. And it came a little late tonight, but we strung together enough to get a W. And then what was your second question?
Chemistry saying you guys felt relief, at least speaking personally for him. What was sort of behind it? Did you feel the same way?
Not so much relief. Personally, I just much rather win than lose. But I still feel like we have so much work to do. We're halfway there, obviously, but it's still so far from the finish line. So focused on the next opportunity and trying to take advantage of that.
First row on the left.
Shai, you don't get a lot of catch and shoot threes compared to a lot of other NBA players, but you had a massive one there on the right side in that little two-man game with Dub. Just tell me what's gone into your work on even some of the smallest aspects of the game, the things that you might not get a ton of, but that are showing up here, obviously, in crunch time basketball.
Yeah, I think I work on a lot of things. I try to be the most robust basketball player I can be. And then I just try to be aggressive and try not to be predictable out there and try to take what the defense gives me. And my work all season, all summer allows me to be aggressive in those moments and be confident. That's what that was.
Third row, Bing.
Shai, Vince Google, Yahoo Sports. Teams down 2-1 have produced some great performances in recent history. Giannis in Milwaukee, Steph a couple of years ago against Boston. When it's 3:52 left, do you sense the game is in the balance? I can make sort of my stamp on this game here, not necessarily in history, but just do you sense the moment?
Absolutely. That's what it's all about. Winning, especially this time of the season, it comes down to the moments. It's gonna come down to a late game. Every team is good. It's barely gonna be a blowout, and it comes down to the moments and who's willing to make winning plays on both ends of the floor. But yeah, I relish those moments, love the moments, good or bad. When I was a kid shooting on my driveway, I would count down the clock for those moments, and now I get to live it. So it's a blessing. It's fun, and I relish it.